What's going on, everyone? So, Lakers, again, need centers, wing depth, right? And with the 55th pick in the upcoming draft, I could look to the wing department, right? There's a lot of very good potential serviceable wings. Obviously, in the second round, especially with the 55th pick, about as close to undrafted as possible. You're really trying to find that diamond in the rough. It's really hard to find guys that are going to come in and just change the fate of the Lakers, right? Lakers luckily have done a really good job at finding those diamonds in the rough, particularly in the second round and undrafted, right? Lakers have done a very good job of finding guys that can come in, play a role, whether it's, late in the second round or undrafted, right? You're just, with the 55th pick, you're just looking for a guy that could be like your 8th or 9th guy at best, right? Most 55th picks are out of the league in 2 years, right? So if you can get a guy that can come in and actually play a role, right, you can use to develop and work on, then I think that would just be an absolute home run, right? And one of the guys that I would love to see the Lakers potentially target in this upcoming draft is Jamir Watkins. He is from the Florida Seminoles. He's 23 years old, so, a little more seasoned, right? Which, again, the Lakers really like, particularly in the second round, and like as, just like those development guys that come in, they have a level of maturity, have a level of stability. More likely than not, anyone the Lakers draft in the second round with the 55th pick are one of two things. Either A, complete projects that you're going to have to work on, or two, are, older, right? Older in age. I mean, even Dalton Connect, who was projected as high as like the 5th pick, ended up dropping the Lakers as 17th just because of his age, right? So again, getting a guy that's 23, come in, right? Little older, little more seasoned, but the Lakers like that. Lakers like those guys that can come in. Lakers are also trying to balance rebuilding while contending, right? So you need to draft, if you're going to draft a guy, you ideally want to draft a guy that can help you with both, kind of bridge both. Guy that can help you in certain areas of need right now, while also being kind of those players that can grow and develop over the next few years alongside Luka and whatnot. I think Jamir is one of those guys, right? Talk about a guy that's 6'6", 6'7" in height. He also has a 7'11" wingspan, right? So he's got good length, good size, good athleticism, good ability. He's a guy that could potentially be a legit kind of 3-level scorer. He's projected to kind of go towards the back end of the draft. I mean, there's even mock drafts of the Lakers taking him. He's kind of projected in that like 40s to 50 range. Again, because he does have some weaknesses, right? He is a guy that is very good at rebounding, right, at the forward position. He's a guy that one of his benefits is rebounding the basketball. A guy that has good strength, good speed, can defend multiple positions, apply some rim pressure. His shooting is definitely a bit of a problem, right? So his three-point percentage last year was 32.1%, but he did shoot 75% from the free throw line, so that's good. That's a good sign that he can continue to improve and progress. He's a guy that averaged a steal and a half, 18 points, 6 rebounds, 2.5 assists. He's also a guy that has the ability to even be that kind of point forward kind of swing man. He can get a little risk happy, right? Turnovers can kind of be a problem with him. He's a guy that, his assist to turnover ratio isn't super great because he kind of will gamble a lot rather than kind of letting things come to him. But I look at him personally more as that swing man, right? A guy that you can, that can keep the ball pushing, right? Be a 3-and-D guy, right? Definitely needs to work on his 3-point percentage, but he's a guy that can get out there, defend multiple positions, right? He's a guy that is a good slasher, good cutter, good mover without the basketball. When you're slotting alongside LeBron James, Luka Doncic, and Austin Reeves, right? You want guys that can move without the basketball. You want guys that can, be that athletic backdoor cutter, especially for Luka, be a bit of a lob threat with the 6'11" wingspan. He has the ability, you can just throw it up and he can go get it, right? Slam it home. Right? Like you look at kind of his comparable weaknesses, right? It's, the offensive rating, right? It's his assist to turnover ratio. It's the turnovers, the 3-point percentages, right? Get a little foul happy because he gets a little overly aggressive. But to me, that's a good thing, especially for this Lakers team. I've talked about this in the past. Literally, I've said this thing on several occasions. I would rather a guy be too aggressive than not aggressive enough, right? Like, especially with a team like this Lakers team that loves to kind of just like lack effort at times, and you kind of question, did they even show up to play today? Right? Like I think the Lakers need guys like a Watkins that can come in, do the dirty work, do the hustle plays, hit the shots, be the swing man. And he's a guy that you're not, like, all of his flaws, like the things that are like major kind of red flag highlights, right? Turnovers and things like that. Like one of them, of course, is draft age, but again, like Lakers are fine. It's 55th pick. But like, you're not going to be asking him, especially anytime soon, to be one of your primary ball handlers. You're not going to be asking for him to make all these intricate decisions and hey, we need you to basically run the offense and stuff. There is a version in which he might be able to in spots and kind of operate as like a bigger guard at times. But at least for right now, you have LeBron James, Luka Doncic, Austin Reeves. You're not looking for him, hey, buddy, we need you to come in and be another playmaker for us, right? I look at that as a strength because he's a guy that can continue, that can be and read the floor and make decisions, right? And he's going to have guys like Luka, LeBron James, and Austin Reeves to help him see the floor differently, help him survey better, help him make those decisions and maybe not be as gambling-like with some of those passes, right? Understand, like, hey, you don't have to try to thread the needle on every pass, right? You don't have to try to make the, fancy pass. Sometimes a simple pass is the best pass, right? Sometimes you just, hey, easy swing, keep the ball moving, right? Side to side, put the pressure on the defense, right? So I look at him as that. And then, again, like, to me, can he come in, know and understand and play his role, which would be a athletic, defensive, point of attack wing, right? Like, hey, we don't need you to do anything crazy. We don't even necessarily need you to shoot 40% from three-point range. Obviously, if you could shoot, 35 to 37%, that would be great, right? But just, can you shoot a respectable percentage, right, to where teams at least have to challenge it? And can you defend multiple positions out there and be relentless? Do the dirty work, dive for loose balls, do the hustle plays, do all the dirty work. Then perfect. That's all you need, right? Like, can you just come in and play a role? Not everyone has to be a superstar. Not everyone has to, like, sometimes you just need the guys that can do the dirty work, right? And if he can come in and buy into that role, which again goes into kind of the older players, the guys that have, a little bit more age, a little more seasoning, that's good because they usually like him at 23 knows he's not coming in the league to be the best player in the NBA. He's coming in the league to play a role, be a role guy, right? Come in and do the dirty work, make the split. How am I going to earn minutes? By getting after it on the defensive side, sacrificing my body, making the hustle plays, and creating advantage points for the Lakers. Right? You're not looking for him to play 30 minutes a night. You're looking for him to come in and maybe give you 15 minutes of action over an 82-game season. All right? Perfect. But anyway, as always, this is a discussion. I pass the question on to you. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments. That being said, if you haven't liked this video, hit that like button. Helps me out. So we enjoy these types of videos, and I truly appreciate it. Not subscribe channel, hit that subscribe button. Turn on the bell notifications. Appreciate y'all. See you in the next one.